This is the Team Objection podcast for December 17th, 2020, episode 464, and it's a special one. I'm not going to switch to the other shot yet, but I will momentarily. We are doing what we promised for the last couple weeks, a breakdown among what was chosen, not by us, as the 32 best classic and new Christmas songs to decide which one is the best. Now, there's going to be some issues.
Let me ask a question.
Sure.
Who the fuck put together this list?
I could go find out if you'd like.
I don't really care. Here's the issue. I thought that there was a chance that certain Christmas songs are not represented, of course, right? I did not think in a million years the best Christmas song ever made would not even be on the list.
It's going to be exciting.
This is going to be fun. I'm also disappointed. I thought we were promised a hardcore breakdown of the route of a certain college football team last weekend. No? All right.
No, we're not going to do that. You can wear the logo of them. Yes, can enjoy your one win on the season.
Out of 3 games.
Yeah, and we're not going to talk about Cyberpunk, even though I have very strong opinions about it, even though I really shouldn't because I'm not that invested. We'll have to figure out some other time to do that. Lord knows that the story will change another 6 or 7 times when we get back to that in early 2021, so it's fine. So
the number one Christmas song isn't even on the list.
I guess I have to switch to the graphic now.
It's not even listed.
I don't know what you're looking for here.
I mean, what is there even to argue when the best one's not even here?
Mr. Hanky the Christmas Pooh is not the best Christmas song ever, Sean. You have to let it go.
I'll tell you what it is when we get there.
Let It Go is also not the best Christmas song.
Also not a Christmas song.
I have heard that on a Christmas radio station. And, like, visually it kind of fits, right? You know, the setting is very much snowy, wintry, but the song doesn't have a damn thing to do with Christmas. So
how did they get these seatings anyway?
I have no idea. I went around and looked for the best bracket that I could find. Most of them didn't even go 32 deep. Some of them were like, here's 8. And it's like, who the fuck cares about an 8-thing bracket? We're going to break that down.
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to select the winner out of this bracket. And then, as a wild card, I want to compete the winner of this bracket against my number one. And we'll just see. We'll see what happens. We'll see if I can nullify the whole thing. That'll be the goal. But first, we got to tackle the bracket.
And then I want to take the winner of that, and let's debate whether the song I'm thinking of is more worse than the winner is best.
Okay, that's fair. I was going to say you won't win, but you might win that one. I don't know.
There was a whole worst Christmas song bracket that I considered, but I wanted to be positive for the holidays. So
I would love to see the Venn diagram of the songs that appeared on both of those lists.
I know, right? Wouldn't that be something?
It might be the same one, in fact.
Could
Who
be.
really knows?
There is some overlap. I know that because I glanced at it briefly. Alrighty, so on the left-hand side of your screen, if you're watching, if not, we'll obviously talk about each matchup, but if you can see, those are all classic ones, from, way back when, or at least, not modern type ones on the right-hand side, or more modern ones, so that, it wasn't going to be, like, weird side-to-side matchups against, like, all classic can make the final 8 or something. It'll force us to have a traditional song and a more modern song in the final, and we're just going to start on the top left and work our way through, which means we're going through all the classic ones first. The number 1 seed, again, for reasons I don't understand, is Oh Holy Night against the 16 seed Hark the Herald Angels Sing.
Oh Holy Night, I don't even know that song. I would have just guessed it was Silent Night, but they left out the first line.
It's not the same song.
No.
No, it's... Yes, I understand that, Dave.
My bad. I heard you. This one's just, do you like slow or fast more, I guess? Do you like peppy or do you like more kind of somber, mellowed out between Oh Holy Night and Hark the Herald Angels Sing?
Hark the Herald Angels Sing is often mistaken for Angels We Have Heard on High, but that's the one with Gloria, a.k.a. the chorus everybody thinks they can sing and can't. Because
they try.
I think it's like 21 syllables of a 3-syllable word.
Da 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 da.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2.
Go! I like that song, but that's not this song. I know that.
And that's not on the list, which is fine because other than its chorus, what else does it have going for it?
1 word, 3 syllables.
I like this one because I like it's like hark, motherfuckers! The angels are singing.
Hark!
Shut up!
I mean, and to be fair, it fits in with the message. It's like, hey, there's this whole savior of humanity over here. Hark! Hark this!
I don't especially like Hark the Herald Angels Sing, but it is at the end of the Charlie Brown Christmas movie, and I do like its use there. Oh Holy Night's one of my favorites, though, so it's going through for me.
Wish I knew Oh Holy Night.
Oh Holy Night, the
that was pretty good.
Yeah.
That one's probably better. I like that one.
Yeah,
It's a tough one. It's two good songs. They shouldn't have been mashed up in the first round. This is like my number 1 and 2 seeds.
This is like Virginia and UMBC, but Virginia wins this one at this time.
Stop bringing in college football.
This was basketball. It's
I
okay.
don't give a shit.
I had this issue later on in the bracket where there's two that I think are pretty damn good that are competing in the first round. So it's going to be a bloodbath, but this is what we've been presented. We have to make the best of it.
Yep.
I'm voting a holy night.
Oh, Holy Night.
All right. So over here, we can even put in live and on stream. Oh,
Consensus.
Holy night.
We should mark that somehow, that it's a consensus.
3-0. There you go.
Okay.
Oh, 3-0 Holy Night. All right. Next up is two classics that I think are both wildly overrated. So there's my intro to it. If you want to fight me on that, we can fight. Number 8 seed Jingle Bells and number 9 seed Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
What's nice about Jingle Bells is if you're learning it on the piano, you just hit the same note for like 3 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's great.
That's it. No, I mean, Jingle Bells is fine. I don't hate Jingle Bells, but Rudolph, I mean, he's telling a story. This is how you do it. It's kind of, I mean, it's certainly cutting out quite a bit. It's it's all 3 acts.
Dial into the Misfit Toys is nowhere to be found in this song.
No, and it's about bullying when you think about it, so that's a little rough.
Yeah, but it's okay. I mean, like, the main message is, like, you turn out something that you're embarrassed into your strength. That's a cool message. The part about now everybody loves you because you're useful, that's less good. But
Yeah.
like, the main one is good.
Yeah.
I thought about this one a lot, actually. I knew this one was going to appear on the thing.
This is tough. I'm trying to separate the song and the movie because I can't really stand the movie because Santa's kind of a dick the whole movie, and I really can't stand him.
Mm-hmm.
And Jingle Bells, I don't know, it's just classic. It's like the first Christmas song you learn. So I don't know.
It's because it's for babies.
That's fine. I still like Jingle Bells. Maybe it's because my kids are singing it now. I enjoy it that way. So
I got to go with the 3-act structure of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
I do like the story it tells. This is a close one for me. The Bing Crosby version of Jingle Bells with the Andrews sisters that they used in that Gap commercial probably 15 years ago now, where it like stops abruptly. That Jingle all the way. That one I really like. It's actually one of my favorite Christmas songs, even though I don't really like most other versions of Jingle Bells. So it's going to be Jingle Bells for me by a slim margin.
Okay, we got to mark that. It was not a consensus.
No. Jingle Bells 2-1 makes it into the next round where it'll face Oh Holy Night. We'll get to that in a bit. Next up, the 5-12 matchup where you see a lot of upsets. And here we have number 5, Let It Snow, versus number 12, Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas.
this is again like the peppy versus slow type of thing.
Yeah, but
like,
Let It Snow is like way better. What is even a Merry Little Christmas?
One of the better songs on this list. My God.
No. I'm not saying the song. I'm saying like if I'm gonna have a Merry Little Christmas, I just like what is that? That's weird.
It's trying to make sure you enjoy the small things in life.
No, it's stupid. Let It Snow is great.
Yeah. Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. There's no way that's not winning. And maybe I like the slower songs. Yeah, I like the feel and flow of them. It makes it feel just more cozy in Christmas time. But
yeah, your brain can keep up with the slow songs.
Also, it doesn't snow where I live, so I don't care.
We'll see. It does snow where I live, so that's why it's going to edge that out for me. I'm going to side with Shaun on this one.
Hooray!
Why is it Chris is always going to be the tiebreaker?
I don't know. You can make me go first.
Well, it's because we're like jumping down each other's throats, and Chris is just like...
You'd be surprised how much this has happened over the last 463 episodes where I kind of just sit by and I wait for a time to chime in because you're always like...
Well, and it's funny because out of the three of us, I would most like to be the tiebreaker. Chris would probably least like to be the tiebreaker, and yet...
It is very close, though. I do like Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, but... It's Let It Snow for me.
It's too bad, I think, that those are in the same round because those are two that I actually like, and I can't say that about most of the songs on this list.
That is correct. I think if those had been separated, there's a good chance both would have at least made the second round. Unfortunately...
It's all about matchups, man.
Mm-hmm. Next up is the 413. It's the Christmas song, which is Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire, versus the 12 Days of Christmas, the 13 seed, which is ironic because you think they would have found a way to shoehorn that in as the 12, but here we are.
I just like in the 12 Days of Christmas, you go like, 12 Lords of Leaping, 11 Lords of Leaping, 10.
5 Lords of Leaping.
That's my favorite. I don't actually know what they are. I just know like cows and milking or something.
Well, here's the problem. It changes in different versions of the song.
Oh, that's kind of
Especially
cool.
up in like the 7 to 11 range. There's a bunch of different orders for it. So it's kind of hard to keep track. It's always like 5 golden rings and 2 turtle doves and stuff. But some of them just change. So every time you think you know, you don't.
So
It also takes 45 minutes to get through, though.
this is why it doesn't win.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason I'm even halfway considering voting this one is the Muppets version.
Correct.
And I think I've probably talked about this on previous Christmas episodes, but that one's amazing because of Beaker, me, which
Yep.
is like the best part of that by far. But even so, like Shaun said, 45 minutes to sing this stupid song.
Yeah,
I hate it. So no.
It's a less obnoxious, like 99 bottles of beer on the wall. Because you got to go
Basically.
through the whole thing every time.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? This is selling a Christmas song short, though. I actually really like this song. So I'm glad it gets to move on so we can actually talk about its merits later. This one was just, we kind of voted 12 Days of Christmas off more than we voted Christmas song in.
Don't worry, we'll get there.
Yeah.
Typing sideways is being exposed on stream. It's fine. All right, we move to the bottom half of the classic bracket with a 6-11 matchup between White Christmas and Here Comes Santa Claus. I'm going to go ahead and go first on this one. This is White Christmas, and it's a landslide.
What is White Christmas?
It's the Bing Crosby from the movie called White Christmas, where he's like, I'm
Christmas.
dreaming.
Oh, of course.
And Here Comes Santa Claus, you know, because they say that 3 times at the start of the
Da,
song.
da, 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 da.
I like Here Comes Santa Claus a lot. Like, again, this is those matchup things where this would be higher ranked than I would put it. But White Christmas is, again, slow song, pleasant to listen to, fantastic. This is going to beat a lot of different songs.
I actually hate this. Here Comes Santa Claus.
Okay.
The only time I like it is to go like ba 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 ba, and like it's monotone and boring, and
Right down Santa Claus Lane.
yeah,
Sounds like a 3-0, though, yes?
Yes.
yeah. I mean, yeah, for sure.
White Christmas is a classic. In the classics, you know? It's a classic of classics. 314 is interesting to me because one of these starts to get down the do you put more religious songs in here like we had in the 116 matchup. We haven't seen a lot of it since, but Joy to the World is pretty thoroughly a religious song. Our church uses it as the closing hymn every year. And then it's up against number 14, Deck the Halls. How much do you like Fa La Line, I guess is the question here.
I like Deck the Halls. It's very Christmas for me. It's a nice song to listen to, and like it's Christmas. It's iconic. Joy to the World. It's like it's too much. It's like you're writing an email to someone in all caps. It's like, okay, we get it. You're very happy. Please get off my doorstep. I don't
Much
even
like-
like carolers to begin with.
Much like Chris, the church that I've gone to finishes Midnight Mass with this song. And I like to hear this song about one time a year. But that one time a year when I'm leaving Midnight Mass is like the best thing in the world. It's so awesome. And so it wins merely because of that.
God, no way. Maybe you have good singers there, but like I'm imagining everyone around me doing like the higher and higher notes of Joy to the World and just butchering it, and it sounds awful.
No, it sounds great. And maybe it's just it's late and I'm tired, or maybe people don't try to do that in my church. But yeah, it's awesome. I like hearing everybody sing it.
I don't. And I'm somebody who's been in the choir who pretends to be a singer. I'm not going to pretend like I'm like a bona fide singer, but I have been in the choir the last few years. I'm actually kind of bummed to not be doing it this year, to be perfectly honest with you. That second part, the second half of like each verse of Joy to the World gets really hard to sing because you have words that change mid note, like let every heart, and it's like okay, and then you have like heaven and nature sing, where it's like is it heaven? Is it heaven? And
Heaven.
so that you could just hear the whole congregation being like, heaven and, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work. So I'm voting Deck the Halls. It wins 2-1. There it goes.
I'm imagining Dave just butchering this song.
Let
shower.
heaven and nature sing. Like that?
Dave's come a long way.
Where he's like, ba-da, ba-da, ba-da.
I wish we had
It's, like,
recorded
terrible.
Dave singing in high school, and we could just compare and contrast because he's light years ahead of what he used to be. But he's still an asshole.
I don't know. I learned. Hey.
Next up is the 710. We have Winter Wonderland and the Nutcracker. This is kind of a weird one because the Nutcracker is basically the only thing on here without words.
Is that the do 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 do
Do,
do?
do, do,
That
do,
one?
do.
And it's also
The text
do, do,
theme?
do, 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 do 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 do.
So is it the entire Nutcracker? Is this what we're talking about here?
I think so, and obviously it goes with the Nutcracker Suite, and it is a classic. Certainly this time of year, a lot of people put that on, whether they're dance companies or plays. But in this particular case, I'm going to go earlier than most because I always go last, and I'm going to say Winter Wonderland. It's actually, I don't want to say one of my favorites, but it's on the good side for me. It's one I like hearing this time of year.
I don't really like Winter Wonderland, so I'm going to go Nutcracker.
Yeah, if you're going I get to decide once. If you're going for the entire suite of the Nutcracker here, there's so many good songs in there. Like the one where the dolls are dancing at the end. Yeah, that's great. Nutcracker wins.
Well, the good news is I don't have to be too upset about losing this decision because it's going to get obliterated by whatever wins this next matchup, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, this is another unfortunate one.
Yes, it is. This is the one I was referring to when I said I thought there were two that were matched up. Now, I'll get into my opinion in a second, but let me introduce it first. This is 2:15. I'm a little surprised at the choice of 15 for this particular entry. 2 is Silent Night. 15 is Little Drummer Boy. And let me just say, I'll just put it out there because I want to start a powder keg. I think Little Drummer Boy is massively overrated.
Oh, I love Little Drummer Boy.
Underrated.
I think Silent Night is overrated. That's another one to me where everybody loves to sing it, even though they're so bad at it.
Yeah.
And it's too slow. What I will say is if you find someone who can actually sing Silent Night really, really well, it's awesome.
It's a beautiful song.
Yeah, it's never happens.
If you've never heard this, and it's uncommon to, but there is a song called Night of Silence that creates a round with Silent Night, and the merging of those harmonies works especially well. It's a really, really cool song. Like you can see like a professional choir do it. It's just like, mwah.
I actually changed my... If you get someone singing it the right way, it's pretty good. I'll vote Silent Night. I'll switch my vote here.
Yeah, I don't know. This again. Yeah, you're right. This is kind of tough because of if you hear somebody bad singing, "Fall on your knees" or something, screw that up and screw that part up. It's terrible. It's just like, oh God, please don't sing this anymore. But I don't know. Something about Little Drummer Boy. There's something so innocent about it, and so like. I like the idea of Christmas being kind of a smaller type of thing and not this grand thing all the time. So I don't know. Little Drummer Boy it just strikes a chord with me. So I vote for that one.
As I mentioned, I think this is a tough matchup. I would take Little Drummer Boy in several of these matchups that were above it, but I'm actually pleased to see it got eliminated here because I was worried about how far it might go.
Silent Night leaves a bad taste in my mouth because I was sent like a personal caroler one time. I don't know why. They just like showed up at the door and they were like, "Hey, can we come inside and sing to you?" And I was like, I guess now that I answered the door, what am I going to say? So getting serenaded one-on-one with Silent Night was extremely bizarre.
Okay, I have questions. Who sent this to you, and why did you let them in your house?
I don't know who did it to this day. I don't know. I was a kid and they were at the door and they seemed nice. And I didn't know they were about to. Had I known they were going to serenade Silent Night, I would have said, "I'm really sorry. My dad just died," or something.
I don't want to hear this right now.
I don't know.
You know, to be fair, I think the fact that you got serenaded too was about the best outcome that could have happened from letting a stranger in your house when you were a kid.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. And they weren't bad singing. So, like, that would have been especially bad if they were, like, absolutely butchering the song and I was just stuck there. And, like, I didn't, like, do you make eye contact when they're just, like, singing at you? Like, I don't know. It was very weird.
Yeah. Oh, this is nice.
Yeah, it was like, and then they were done, and I was like, wow, cool.
Merry Christmas.
Thanks. That was really good.
Have my $0. All right, so procedural question. Do we finish off this half of the bracket since we've already talked about these? We can go through quickly and then obviously leave the finals for last, or do we just jump to the other side's first round and keep going?
Jump to the other side.
Edge Classics, great.
All right, well, let's go to the news side then. This, I will tell you, by the way, just as a point of fact, it was either a radio station or a TV station that put this together. Little Drummer Boy advanced through this entire bracket on that side.
Oh, well, that's too bad.
And instead, it is gone.
It gone.
Because Silent Night is great.
I don't know Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
Well, the 116 matchup on the news side is All I Want for Christmas Is You. You had to know it was going to be on here. I think that's actually the correct number 1 seed, if I'm being honest. How much you like it, obviously, is up for debate, but it's omnipresent these days when Christmas comes. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays is In Sync.
I don't even know it. I don't know what it is.
I vaguely know it, but even so, it doesn't matter. All I Want for Christmas is You is awesome.
Well, here's the problem. It does matter because I hate that song. So, like, I would like to root for the other one, but I can't vote for something I've never heard.
There's just something about Mariah Carey singing there. She's just got such a perfect voice for that song. I don't care about anything else she has, but yeah, it wins.
Well, what's nice is I think Chris probably is voting for that one too. So my vote doesn't matter. I omit 2-0.
And it stinks because I actually like NSYNC a lot. I think they were severely underrated for, whoever wrote their songs, and their performances are actually really good. But I don't know, some of these sappy songs that they wrote were not good, so I wouldn't put this on the list.
I mean, we talked about there are some slow songs I like. That one's not super slow, but it's fine. Wonderful Christmas Time, or Simply Having a Wonderful Christmas Time, is the 8 seed in a matchup with the 9 seed. Happy Christmas, War is Over. I'm going to go ahead and put it out there. Happy Christmas, War is Over is my favorite Christmas song, so I'm going to lock that vote in right now.
I don't even know what that is either.
I have no idea what this is.
That's the John Lennon, Yoko Ono, children struggling to hit the high notes in the chorus song. It starts off with, So This Is Christmas.
Oh, God.
That's my favorite song ever.
The War is Over part is what you probably recognize it from because that's the start of like the chorus, I guess, if you will.
I don't know how long I'm going to be able to support it for, but I do like that song more than the extremely monotone Simply Having a Wonderful Christmas Time.
Just about anything beats that stupid John Lennon song. I hate that song, so yeah.
A Wonderful Christmas Time?
Okay, yeah. Wow, it's a good thing I got John Lennon.
Also the Beatles, so you're kind of, we're kind of.
No, I like the Beatles a lot, but that stupid song is awful, especially with the kids in there. It's just ugh.
Well, 2-1. The synth in that song bothers me over time.
It's gonna get smashed in the next round, so
it goes wow 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 wow. By the end of the song, I'm like, stop it, stop.
Yeah, it's bad.
5-12 is Jingle Bell Rock versus Blue Christmas. You could argue that both of these could be in the classic side. It's not entirely clear where they cut this off, but these are both definitely on the older side of the new stuff because one of these is, of course, Elvis.
What's Blue Christmas?
That's the I'll have a blue. Just like that, actually.
Christmas.
I'm glad you asked.
I don't know, because here's the thing. Jingle Bell Rock, okay, here's a fun story. It had been a long time since I heard it. So I, in my head, was walking around the Christmas tree. Walking around and I'm like, why are they just walking around the Christmas tree? It doesn't even make sense. And then somebody's like, no, it's rocking. And I thought about it and I was like, what? That doesn't make any sense either.
Well, don't worry, we'll get to that one.
What? That doesn't even make sense.
You're on the wrong song.
Oh. Yeah. What is Jingle Bell Rock?
That's our 10 seed.
Oh, yeah. Jingle Bell, Jingle Bell, Jingle Bell Rock.
That's correct.
It's absolutely terrible. What a horrible song. I mean,
which I checked, by the way. That's from 1957.
Yeah.
Mix and mingle with it. I'll vote for that one. It sucks, but it's pretty Christmas to me. I'm kind of traditionalist on Christmas songs, and this one feels like, okay, this is a nice traditional Christmas song, not this bullshit Mariah Carey making it about her relationship problems. Like, I don't need that. Or Taylor Swift. I don't need her either.
I think there's a lot of relationship songs on Christmas, at least more recently.
Mm-hmm.
So
we're gonna get to more.
Yep.
So I'm voting Jingle Bell Rock.
Let me be the decision maker, Chris. Or not.
I'll just say I'm gonna take it out of your hands. Then I'm voting Jingle Bell Rock.
Fine. Well, Blue. I think Elvis is severely underrated by our generation. So I'm going Blue Christmas.
I mean, maybe true, but like Blue Christmas sucks.
It doesn't. Jingle Bell Rock sucks.
Yeah, they're saying Elvis has got a whole Christmas album, and I think he's got better songs on it than this one. But this is the one you hear all the time. So,
yep.
All right, I thought this one was clever. In the 4-13 matchup, we have Last Christmas and This Christmas.
What's This Christmas?
So, let me see if I can get you like a specific.
This Christmas, I gave you.
Right, it's the sequel, yeah.
Last Christmas, I hate it.
I hate it too.
I really hate it. And I mean, I guess I was like, so she just gets broken up with after Christmas, which like, I guess is, yeah, that's the point of the song.
How much do you hate this because of specifically the Taylor Swift version, though?
I mean, like,
not at all.
A bit, but like, I first heard it from her when I didn't hate her yet, so I just don't really like it.
I don't like the song, and I didn't really even realize that Taylor Swift had made a version of it. But regardless, I don't even know This Christmas, but still, Last Christmas is just one of those songs that just grates at me. I gave you my heart. Really,
yeah, it's like when I have a fever and there's like something stuck in my head. This is one of the. There's like 3 songs, and this is one of them.
I like Last Christmas.
Sorry.
So what's This Christmas?
It's by Donny Hathaway. It's from 1970. It's been covered by Chris Brown, so that's excellent company. I guess This Christmas is winning, even though none of us know what it is.
Cool.
Fight us in the comments.
All right.
On the bottom half of the bracket, we pick up 2 long titles. The 6th seed, The Most Wonderful Time of the Year, and the 11th seed, Do You Hear What I Hear?
Oh, yes. Very modern songs.
Mm-hmm.
I love the idea of a church song and a song from about 1942. Very, very
well. So this one's so. Do you hear what I hear? I always thought it was really annoying because the person's like, "Do you hear what I hear?" And then they're like, "I don't. What do you hear?" And then they just repeat the question, and then before you even have a chance to ask again, they're like, "A child." And if it's like, just tell me it's a child. I hate the whole structure of this song. So, and I love The Most Wonderful Time of the Year. It's great. This is what celebrating Christmas should be. I don't need a Christmas song. If it is a Christmas song, saying how much Christmas sucks and how you got broken up with and how blue it is and how sad you are. If you're going to make me a Christmas song, make it like a good, like celebrating Christmas.
I'm really just disappointed, I guess more in myself for not knowing how much Shaun and I would disagree on this list. I think Do You Hear What I Hear is a really fun song, and I really like I like some of the percussion in it and everything. Yet, The Most Wonderful Time of the Year is just a happy, peppy song that I really like, so I'm going to vote for that.
Yeah, I mean, of course. See, when you disagree.
The fact that you
He's wearing like a 5-minute tangent about how we're going to disagree. You voted the same thing.
No, it just bothers me that you hate Do You Hear What I Hear when I think it's fantastic.
I don't hate to hear what I hear, but it needs one of those like booming voices to work. It has to be one of those triumphant type singers. It can't be somebody who half-asses it because then the whole thing's gone.
Yeah, if I sang it, it would be really bad.
It would be. I mean, anything on this list, really.
Next up is 314. I'm a little surprised to see this as the 3 seed, although it is sort of ubiquitous this time of year. But 3 is Santa Baby, Kylie Minogue and a bunch of covers. 14 is A Holly Jolly Christmas by Burl Ives.
I can start to see a really good mashup coming down the pipeline. And with that said, Santa Baby is maybe the worst song I've ever heard. Santa Baby.
It's so oddly sexualized Santa in this way. Like, hurry down the chimney tonight. Like,
I almost think they're not even talking about giving gifts and Santa Claus. It's almost the impression I get with this one.
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely make this out to be a creepy song. Like, if you want to do that horror movie treatment where they, like, splice together harmless clips and make it seem bad, you could just as easily do this with this song if you, like, made it a minor key instead and then, like, emphasize certain lyrics.
Let's just mix Santa Baby and Baby It's Cold Outside, and then you'll have the best of both worlds, really.
Yeah. Yep, the 2 worst Christmas songs, perhaps.
I like Baby It's Cold Outside.
Well, you would.
Well, so I guess Holly Jolly Christmas is 3-0.
Yeah, it is. Holly Jolly Christmas is so much better.
QAnon is calling again, Dave. They have an opening at their president level, and they're interested.
Who does?
QAnon.
Never mind. Okay.
It's the Christmas season. It's time to talk about QAnon. 7-10 is kind of interesting to me. This one's actually very close. Maybe the closest matchup in the first round. Number 7 is It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas, and number 10 is Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree.
Well, I tip my hat because Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree makes no goddamn sense.
It's walking around, Sean.
Right.
I mean, walking around
I misspoke. That's
also
my fault.
doesn't make a lot of sense, but like rocking around, unless you're like the band is in a circle around the tree.
I agree. Well, I agree with you. It's a dumb song. I've never liked it. I mean, I don't even really know what you do to rock around a Christmas tree. I imagine like jumping around like Snoopy does in his dance. That's about the best approximation I can have. So, but it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas is such a fun song to listen to. I don't listen to Christmas songs much outside of the 2 weeks before Christmas. So I finally hit my zone this past week where I can start listening to Christmas music, and that one's high on the list for me. So
this one is similar to Most Wonderful Time of the Year because it's just kind of jovial and it signals the season to me.
Mm-hmm.
And Rock Around the Christmas Tree is a classic. I have nothing against Brenda Lee. I will say this much. I don't really like Michael Bublé's cover of It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas, but I would say that of almost every Michael Bublé Christmas song. So there's something that people can fight me in the comments about.
I don't even really like It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas. I think it's really repetitive and annoying, but it is better than Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree, which is incoherent. It doesn't make any sense. It's blasphemy, too. You want to, like, gather with family and sit. If this was a song, sitting around the Christmas tree, I would have voted for it.
That's what we do when we pass out gifts. You arrange yourself in the living room, and everybody gets the passed out stuff, and you open it, maybe one by one if you want to stretch it out. Otherwise, it's like a 15-minute bonanza.
Talking around the Christmas tree. That would have been great.
Drinking around the Christmas tree. Fantastic.
Fine. Eggnog.
Fucking around, probably not so much.
Well, okay. Yeah, bad. Worse.
Yeah, that's like a tumbleweed just going around like this, Anyway.
I love the fact that it says it's beginning to look a lot like 3-0.
Yeah. I just cut it off because I couldn't fit it. But I thought it was appropriate.
It fits.
I figured it'd be an Easter egg for the fans, but you've called attention to it. The listeners get it now too. It's fine. I'm not upset. 215. I mean, is there a song you hear more every Christmas season than Feliz Navidad? It seems like an appropriate 2 seed. Maybe All I Want for Christmas Is You. But that's the 2 seed. The 15 seed is Please Come Home for Christmas. I'm not going to waste time. Please Come Home for Christmas is boring. And while I think Feliz Navidad is overplayed, it's easily getting my vote here.
Yeah, I don't want to be culturally insensitive, but they're not even speaking English. No, that's not actually it. But I am going to say it's so repetitive that it drives me crazy.
I can actually agree with you on this, Shaun. It is super repetitive. However, it's still fun. I don't really know Please Come Home for Christmas. This is not a song I've heard very much, but Feliz Navidad is fun for about the first 2 times you hear it every year, and then if I'm listening to it on Spotify, I will skip it.
Oh, yeah, but Dave is like, this is an American holiday, okay? Don't go singing Feliz Navidad.
Just said how much fun it is. In fact, I really like the fact that I can mix in a little bit of Spanish because I like speaking Spanish when I can.
This is a song by the Eagles. This and the 16 seed, which was the NSYNC one, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. I'm kind of like, there are so many other songs we could have put in here. Why did these 2 make the cut?
Even Baby It's Cold Outside could have been the 14 seed with Santa Baby. It would have made sense.
We could sit here and name off like a dozen pretty quickly, but on both sides. So there's some classic ones too that I'm like, really? You didn't put that one on there?
I like the idea of a bunch of people wearing a flag on their head and being like, Merry Christmas now. Do, 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 do.
Hooray, Donald Trump. Do, 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 do. Is that a 3-0 Feliz Navidad?
Oh, yeah. Prospero for more years and more time than that.
So that's the end of the first round. Again, for the viewers I guess. I was going to say viewers at home, but the viewers anywhere can see how that developed. We'll go over each matchup as we go. We'll have to go a little quicker now that we've talked about each song at least once. But let's get to the second round. We go back to the classic side. We have the 1 seed Oh Holy Night versus the 8 seed Jingle Bells.
I have an idea, but we shouldn't like rush through it though. That's all I'll say for my idea. But then I'll save the idea for later. Anyways, what are we doing?
Holy Night, Jingle Bells.
Okay, I can see it up there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Holy Night.
Same.
Oh, Holy Night.
I mean, mostly because I don't really like Jingle Bells.
Would you like me to play Jingle Bells on my desk again?
No, I think that was great the first time. Don't wear it out.
I mean, we'll see. Like, it's like in boxing where it's like, Jingle Bells is not the true test of Oh Holy Night here, so we'll see.
Here's a dog in a sweater.
Okay, she's crazy.
Jingle Bells. I guess Siri put in her vote.
Back. All right. Next up, we have the 5 seed Let It Snow against the 4 seed The Christmas Song, a.k.a. Chestnuts. Blah, blah, blah.
I'm still mad that 12 seed didn't win, but it would have lost to The Christmas Song anyway. So
yeah, Christmas Song is definitely the winner.
100%, yes. I like Let It Snow, but Christmas Song is a staple for me, and so it's another 3-0. So much for the debate on the show.
I don't know what about it is so soothing, but it's just like, yeah, I'm happy in front of my fireplace with my mug of cocoa or something. I don't know. Something about it.
Yeah, well, at least I can listen to that song with my dad. Unlike Santa Baby, I have to change the channel or I get uncomfortable.
You just feel dirty.
I mean, the only thing that song is missing is like something about a candy cane up the ass, and then that's but there's no pretense left. It's just entirely about sex.
Yeah.
Next up in the second round is the 6 seed White Christmas against the upstart 14 seed Deck the Halls. I'll go early because what the hell? I'll say White Christmas.
Yeah, I do think White Christmas. I do like Deck the Halls, but White Christmas.
Deck the Halls is so, again, it's the la 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 part that's like, okay, I'm done with this. So I'm glad this song's out of here. So
I'm surprised with you and your church singing, though. I would think Fa La 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 would be really fun.
If Joy, the proper one would have won and Joy to the World would have moved on, then we would have been fine.
Fa La La is fun. It's just it's at the end of every single line. So eventually you're like, okay, I don't.
My tongue is tired.
All right, so a 3-0 for White Christmas. Everything is getting routed in the second round.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly.
I've already mentioned that Silent Night was one of my favorite. The 2 seed against the 10 seed, the Nutcracker. Of course, I'm locking in Silent Night. It's my favorite song in this half of the bracket. I won't waste time.
Yeah. I like the Nutcracker again, but I can't. It's not fair to be like this represents the entire body of work because it's one song. So I'm gonna go with Silent Night as well.
I'm really torn, and it doesn't matter in the end. But
it does.
I really
It's
wish
going to
it
be a
would split up the
2-1 or a
Nutcracker
3-0.
songs. Nah, it'll be 3-0 because Silent Night is one of my favorites, and I feel really bad voting against it twice, even though it's one of my favorite songs. But I just wish they would have split up the Nutcracker songs to other things, so I didn't have to consider the entire body of it, because it's really close for me.
It is kind of weird, yeah. Like that lasts for like 45 minutes, and then, there's other songs on here that are literally 2.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think Jingle Bell Rock is like 2 minutes 10 seconds. It's a really tight song.
It's another reason that song's so terrible.
All right, we head back to the new side. We have our number 1 seed, All I Want for Christmas Is You, against the number 9 seed, Happy Xmas War Is Over. I mentioned that was my favorite, so I'm about to take a 2-1 loss when I vote for Merry Christmas War Is Over. Go ahead and prove me right.
No, actually,
I hate you.
it's so Merry Christmas, the war is over. Oh yeah, I've established this. All I Want for Christmas Is You is trash.
Uh-oh.
My sigh is volumes enough. That song is so terrible.
You know what else is annoying? All I Want for Christmas Is You. If you have a significant other and you're like, what would you like for Christmas? And they're like, all I want is you. You're like, okay, that's cute. But really, like, I need to go buy you a gift. So.
Well, I agree. If someone says that to you, it's like, okay, hilarious. Let's move on to real things now. But the song is still good. So
and we also have yet to have a great singer sing it.
Yeah, like if Celine Dion did it, maybe I'd be interested, but...
Maybe if Alanis Morissette were to sing it, I'd like it more, but fine.
How about Adele? If Adele sings All I Want for Christmas Is You, I might be interested.
That would be such a different song if she sang it.
It really would, wouldn't it? Yeah, once you notice the sleigh bells that are in the entire track for All I Want for Christmas Is You, it starts to grate on you a bit. That's my 2 cents. I don't really want to press that point because if other people do it, it'll ruin the song even more for them. But
I think when you understand what a psychopath Mariah Carey is, it starts to grate on you too.
Look, I can separate the artist from the art.
Well, I can't.
Tell that to Kevin Spacey. Next up, we have a 5 seed and a 13 seed. I don't think we should spend much time on this. I like Jingle Bell Rock, and I don't remember this Christmas off the top of my head, so I'll go ahead and lock that in.
I feel so bad that I'm voting against the Nutcracker songs, which I like almost all of them, and somehow I'm voting for This Christmas, which I have no friggin' clue what it is.
I'm excited about the fact that you're also going to be stuck in the next round, too, because you don't like that song either.
I know.
Wait, so This Christmas is against what?
Jingle Bell Rock.
Jingle Bell, Jingle Bell, Jingle. You know what? I like some versions of Jingle Bell Rock. I'll give Jingle Bell Rock a vote because I don't know what This Christmas is. It could be worse. It could be anything.
So 2-1, Dave?
I am going with This Christmas because I can't stand Jingle Bell Rock.
All right. That's fine. Your objection is noted in the margins there. It loses, but we now know it's not unanimous.
Man, your objection is noted. Get fucked, but it's on the notes.
A 6 seed and a 14 seed, so we have no major chalk left. After Santa Baby's gone, we have the most wonderful time of the year against Holly Jolly Christmas.
Yeah, why couldn't I have this in the Holly Jolly Christmas up in where the 13 seed is this Christmas? So
yeah,
it's just terrible rankings, but this one's a tough one.
It is really hard. I know what my vote is, but I I associate Holly Jolly Christmas with like those claymation movies. And like some character is like, oh, and he's like really happy. And I like it. But I'm voting for the other one.
I'm singing both of them in my head, wondering like if I can have some sign that points me in the right direction. But I'll probably go with the
Dave, what if I go, have a holly jolly Christmas? Does that help? Or does that...
In the other one, so I can get that bad taste out of my mouth.
What's the other one? Oh, it's the most wonderful time of the year.
Well, you sang that one a little bit better, so I'm going to vote for that one. I'm going to vote for most wonderful time of the year.
I guess it's a 3-0 then, which I'm surprised. I think it is very close, like you mentioned, but the Amy Grant version of this song is one of my favorite Christmas songs, so it's going to make it through to the next round.
Have a holly jolly. I was actually really... you said I sang the other one better? I think my holly jolly is really good.
Our final matchup of the second round, it's beginning to look a lot like 3-0 versus Feliz Navidad. I'll pick Feliz Navidad.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas by a lot.
Yeah, me too. Like it's beginning to look a lot like Chris is losing, but
Feliz Navidad looks like I'm going to be typing a lot of characters every time you guys pick this.
Feliz Navidad can't even commit to Spanish because they put English in the middle.
I want to wish you.
Yeah, like, it's like, are you Spanish or not?
I mean, yeah, I agree.
Pick one.
Like I said, I like to listen to this about twice, and that's it. But it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Keep it coming, baby.
Yeah.
Alrighty, there it goes. All right, we move to the Elite Eight. On the classic side, we have the number 1 seed, Oh Holy Night, against the number 4 seed, The Christmas Song. So chalk on this side, but that's the only quadrant where that's the case.
The Christmas Song. For me.
Oof, man. This one is...
This is like the finals, pretty much.
This is tough.
This is really
It's like
tough.
when the Spurs used to play the Suns, and now I'm doing the sports metaphors, but like the real finals are happening now, even though, like...
Man. I'm gonna go with the Christmas Song, I think. But this is like close as close can be, because I really like Oh Holy Night.
Well, I'm going to go Holy Night so that it doesn't get 3-0'd. I probably would have done that anyways, to be honest, but since that's the case, I'll lock in a vote for it so it's not being unanimous.
I mean, it's the Christmas song. Like, it's in the name.
I mean, we just might as well end the contest now, right?
Yeah, that was my idea to save time. No, I'm kidding. It was not.
Both 1 seeds are gone. Let's see what fate holds the last 2 seed. It's number 2, Silent Night, against number 6, White Christmas. I'm locking in Silent Night. I already told you how this is going to go for me.
I'm dreaming. Yeah, Silent Night for me too. I just got to remind myself that I don't like that song that much.
All 4 of these songs would win against most of the ones on the other side.
But not against my number 1.
No, Silent Night's going to win.
You'd wait for that shit.
Yeah.
3-0 for Silent Night.
3-0.
Okay. On the new side, we have number 9, Happy Christmas, War is Over, versus number 5, Jingle Bell Rock, as the chalk has been annihilated on this side of the bracket, and everybody likes the bottom half of this side better.
I don't even like War is Over, but I'm voting for it again.
Yes.
You talk about, like, Easy Street.
You had the power to end this, Sean. You could have knocked
What do
it
you
out
want me?
last
I
round.
know. You want me to vote for Jingle Bell, whatever?
No, you should have voted for the better song, and All I Want for Christmas Is You instead of this shit.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, but that song is even worse.
I'm abstaining because both these songs suck.
I'm wondering if War is Over paid off the judges for this, like, easy bracket. You know?
Kidding.
I mean, you say easy, but it had to get past All I Want for Christmas Is You, which it didn't.
That song sucks!
In the other one. So, on the bottom side, we have the 7 seed. Nope, we don't. I lied. I'm looking at the wrong side. The 6 seed, The Most Wonderful Time of the Year, against the 7 seed. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. So 5, 6, 7, 9 on this side made the Elite 8.
So whichever one wins this is moving on.
God,
Correct.
these are so similar, actually, too.
They
These
kind of are.
songs.
I kind of mentioned that back in the first round. Yeah, I think they both kind of conjure up the same feelings for me.
Yeah.
I want Chris to keep typing long words, so it's beginning to look a lot like Dave voted for this one.
They're both long. Look at them.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I appreciated your avenue for the joke, though, so I'll let it slide. But they are both long. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas is my vote. Though.
3-0 again.
Wow. I didn't even know that. I was just voting with my heart.
Sweeping through everything.
That's surprising, to be honest. We jump back to the classic side with our final to advance to the final, I guess. The semifinal, I suppose. The final on that side between... God, this is tough for me. The 4-seed Christmas song, the 2-seed Silent Night. I know I said I was going Silent Night all the way, but these are very close for me. I think I'm going to still lock in Silent Night. I'll go early.
I mean, this is the real finals, and it's Silent Night.
It probably is Silent Night for me, too.
Man.
I want to remind folks, there was a brief time where it looked like Silent Night was going to get eliminated in round 1.
It maybe
I switched my vote. I made this possible.
Yep.
I'm getting rid of the Christmas. I feel dirty right now. Getting rid of the Christmas song. Like, something's wrong here.
Look, I think that was the true final. We joked about like the last round with all 4 being solid, but to me, the winner of that wins the whole bracket. We'll see if that's true, but I'm pretty confident it is.
You are dirty, but it's because you like Baby It's Cold Outside.
You know, it's not actually about rape.
Oh.
I'm ready to take my loss. I will go ahead and vote for the 9 seed. Happy Christmas War is over. I suspect the other 2 of you are going to vote for the 7 seed. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Yes, finally. Get this song out of here.
I had a feeling that might be the case. Still a strong showing in the final 4 for my pick.
It's beginning to look a lot like Sayonara, sucker.
It's beginning to look like there was a lot of other shitty songs on that side of the bracket.
Mm-hmm. All right, our finals for the hashtag best Christmas song. They use that. I just like saying hashtag. The 2 seed from the classic bracket, Silent Night, versus, unbelievably, somewhat, the 7 seed from the new bracket. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
So
it ended up being really easy. I had much harder debates on other songs. It's Silent Night.
Yeah, it's Silent Night. Although I really do like it's being look like Christmas, but
so do I. I love it. But for the same reason I voted Silent Night over whatever it beat last time is the same reason I'm voting it this time.
I'll complete the 3-0 because to me, as much as I do like it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, the thought of that being the best Christmas song, no.
Yeah,
no.
It's true.
Bonus round here. Silent Night versus What Child Is This?
That's what I was going to say that was missing from that left-hand bracket.
Oh my God.
I love that song.
I like it too, but that's another one where you're playing with fire when you're in a chorus or a crowd of people, because that's not an easy song to sing.
Yeah, but that one doesn't matter as much. It's not like the national anthem. It's a little tough, but the peaks and valleys what makes it good.
What Child Is This has a lot of flats and sharps in it. It is very difficult to pick up if you don't know music all that well. And it also has the same problem as a couple of the songs like Joy of the World, where there are some like mid-note changes. And
I love it because they're like, what child is this? And like, well, let me tell you, Jim, this is Christ the King, okay? You should know this. We went over it. And I like that a lot.
Is Jim actually in that song? I might
he was one of the 3 wise men.
Man, between those 2, I might actually go with you, Shaun, on that one, because while I really like both of them, and that's kind of like 1A, I don't know, 1A, 1B, but there's something about the fun listening to that like playing on a piano or something like that. Even just hearing a piano version of that song is great, I think. Yeah,
we can talk about omissions here. That is a glaring one. I might take it over Silent Night. I'd have to really think on it. Those are, like Dave said, essentially like the top 2 for me.
Well, when we were preparing for this, I was wondering if I was like ready to like come in fighting, because I was wondering if you would put in like religious songs, and you did, so I was pleased because Silent Night and What Child Is This were like the 2 of my favorites. Silent Night was here. It made me resent Silent Night at first, I think, because it was here and What Child Is This was not.
So now I got to ask, is Silent Night or What Child Is This, whichever way you want to go with this, is that as good as Do They Know It's Christmas Time is bad? Because I hate that song.
I don't even know that song.
Yes, it is bad, and those are good. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, but is Band-Aid's Do They Know It's Christmas Time at All?
It had a whole bunch of famous people on it coming together. It was a humanitarian thing. I told Dave before the show started, it's an awesome humanitarian effort and a god-awful song.
I don't even know that song.
And it ends up with just them going, feed the world, for about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
I think What Child Is This is better then that song is bad.
That's probably true.
Yeah. Although, I don't know, there's something... They try to do this huge humanitarian effort, and then they'd be kind of overtly racist in the song when they say, Africa won't get any snow this Christmas. It's like, well, maybe they don't want it, or maybe they don't get it, or maybe they don't celebrate Christmas, you bigoted jerks.
I like that.
So
I like how we went through the whole bracket and we're like, by the way, what child is this?
Well, this is important, though. A lot of times, this is like a wrestling analogy. Sometimes you have a tournament to be the number one contender, and then, you have to take on the champion.
Oh, yeah.
So all these we wouldn't waste What Child Is This' time having to fight its way through fucking the Nutcracker. It's already waiting in the finals for the winner of whatever emerges from this bracket. So I think it's fine.
The only thing, it would have felt good, though, because I'll tell you, it would have been nice to have a feeling of like easy, like you, Chris, had with War Is Over. Like that was your easy selection every time. I would have had that with What Child Is This?
I have to reevaluate our friendship, Chris. I didn't know that about you.
It's a great song.
Ugh.
Fight me for it.
Ugh.
Other notable omissions: Silver Bells is one of my favorite Christmas songs.
Oh my God, I love Silver Bells.
Not here. Would have made it to at least the Final Four. I would have backed that every round unless it ran into one of the heavyweights.
Yep.
Love Silver Bells. That's probably
Yep.
top 5 for me.
How does that not on
I
there?
don't like Ring-a-Ling, Hear Them Ring. I think like that was maybe not as inspired, but overall I really like that song.
Did you know that the Pretenders had a Christmas song called 2,000 Miles? Instead of 500 miles?
I did not know that, but that's
Food
great.
for thought. I really like the Beach Boys one, Little Saint Nick. Beach Boys and Christmas don't exactly go together, but they have a couple of bangers off their album. I really like O Come, O Come Emmanuel for another classic.
Oh, that's a very good
Another
one
classic
too.
church one that didn't make the cut. That wouldn't have been top 4 on that side for me, but it would have at least gone a round or two, I think. This is the limitations, though. There were 32 songs. We could have thrown out probably 4 or 5 of them that we either didn't know or didn't care about.
Yeah,
and
All I Want for Christmas Is You. Garbage.
it had to be in there. It's
Last Christmas.
Too big.
Garbage.
Also had to be in there. Too big.
At least they didn't put Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer, because that
I
one,
would have voted for that one
Yeah,
over a lot of these.
or Run Run Rudolph, which, no thank you.
no.
Run Run Rudolph, probably not, but Grandma Going Over Reindeers.
There are also other ones with there's a couple of Trans-Siberian Orchestra songs that I really like. Carol the Bells is one that I really like.
Oh, that would have gone far for me.
Oh.
The singing over the previous line is like one of my favorite things in music.
Mhm. Pock
Yeah.
Bell's Canon is a weird one to include, but I think is worthy of inclusion. It didn't make the cut. So,
Man,
so just know that, we're talking about, there are plenty of songs for Christmas that we didn't even get to, but this is the one I went with because it was already pre-made, and, I don't have limitless time these days, so.
What's Carol of the Bells?
Da 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 da.
Oh, that's a good one.
Da 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 da.
That would have been way up there for me. It's no What Child Is This, but it's maybe number 2 or 3. It was in Home Alone 2.
So was Donald Trump.
Holy shit.
All right, well, that is our bracket. Silent Night emerges as the winner of the formal competition, then immediately loses, not by a ton, but a slim margin to What Child Is This? So thank you for playing. In fact, we probably named 5 or 6 other songs that would have also made the Final Four over what I actually did, but it's fine. It was an exercise in what was available to us, and then we can still talk about our favorites. It's not
and
a
now
big
we
deal.
can do the worst Christmas song ever on the first show of the new year.
There you go.
Or do it next year. Be like,
Yeah.
we had a great... We wanted to uplift some spirits last year because 2020 was shitty, so we wanted to have a positive Christmas. Next year, the hell with the world, the hell with everything. Let's burn this MFer down. All right, that's the end of this episode. I do think we're going to have one more next week and then be off the week between Christmas and New Year's. We haven't actually discussed that yet, so you'll see if an episode comes next Thursday or not. I don't actually know what's going to happen. But in between episodes, however long it is, check out our website, objectionnetwork.com, or visit youtube.com/objectionnetwork for new videos 7 days a week. We'll see you next time.